I'm a father. I have 3 kids going to the middle school and high school. I'm not the best father in the world. I try hard. I've made a lot of mistakes. But as a father, I rely on other groups to help me raise my own kids, and the school is a big part of that. And sports teams, coaches, teachers, principal. I rely on those people to help me in my job as a father and to raise my sons in a way that I would like to see them raised. Now, when I became a father, I did so. I chose to do so with a conscious choice. It wasn't an accident or a mistake. It was something I wanted to do, and part of that decision, Dominic, was I knew that there was going to be a tremendous responsibility that I would have to take upon myself. As a father, I'm responsible for my children's actions. I'm responsible for their behavior. I'm responsible for the good things and the bad things that they do. And so I find it necessary and wise to establish boundaries for them. When they're young, tiny, the boundaries are really tight. Don't run out in the street, things like that. Don't play with fire. As they get older, those boundaries, they get to widen a little bit. Now, you said the other night that you think that you are mature enough to be able to handle the material found in that book that Mr. Cardio just talked about, and the others. Now, that may be the case. You seem old enough, bright enough to be able to handle that kind of stuff. But it's still not your call. You may think you're wise enough, but you're not in your 50s like I am. You haven't had the experience that I have had, or that your own parents have had, because you're not your own parent. You have somebody taking care of you, and is responsible for you. And so, ultimately, it's up to the parents and the community, the residents of the town of Westerly, that get to decide what's in school and what's not in school, because the school is responsible for you just as we are. Now, when I say that, I don't say that I advocate my responsibility to the school committee and just turn it over to them and say, okay, you guys can do whatever you want with my kids. No, I expect them to be a partner with me and share that responsibility. It's a tremendous burden that they have to take upon themselves, the school, the bus drivers, the teachers, the principals, the superintendent, to take the lives of all these children into their own hands during the time that we as parents turn them over.
Excuse me, Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
I'm being told by council that you need to address the school committee only.
Okay. Well,
And Dominic will not be responding.
okay, that's fine. And thank you, Dominic. So that's where I want to turn over to the school committee. As a father, I would hope that the committee would listen to the parents and the residents of the town. And if you need counsel or help on figuring out what to do about an equity statement or an equity audit, I would hope that you would turn to the parents and the residents and listen to what they have to say. Now, if I'm a minority, if I'm the only one up here saying this, then so be it. I'll continue to push this rock up the mountain. But if I'm not, I would hope that you would listen to us. If you have so many things to deal with right now, especially the teachers, you have problems with the school buildings for the elementary schools, we still have COVID to deal with, you have all these issues to deal with right now, I would hope that you would not spend any more time or money on anything involving equity or inclusion or diversity or any of the other tenets of critical race theory. We're not living in Selma, Alabama, or Los Angeles in the 1990s. This is Westerly. We're a small town, and like I said last time, a small town, and it's in a small corner of a small state. And we don't want to see Westerly school system turn into Columbia University. We want to see it continue as it is. We want, as parents, we want to see it continue to teach our kids how to read and write and do math so that they can learn the things that they need to learn when it's time for them to go on their own and push those boundaries to the point where they are allowed to by their parents and those that care about them. Thank you.